Alright, well, today I'm going to review a set of floor mats that were sent to me by Wolfbox. They contacted me and asked me if I would mind doing a review of their floor mats, so I said sure. Free product, why not? They asked me to give an honest review, so that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, my Jeep sits outside in the elements. The top is off for the summer. I put the floor mats in maybe about 2 months ago and have been taking it off-roading a couple of times. So they've seen some good dust action, dirt. As you can see, nice and dusty on the inside of the Jeep. I have not cleaned them yet, as they're just going to get dusty again when I take it out this weekend again. But here they are. You can see driver's side mat, nice and dirty. The fit and finish is pretty good. Here it's bending a little bit, but not that bad. They're secured in nicely. They go onto the stock pegs. I've got the Quadratec dead pedal here, which doesn't really be having any kind of issue. It seems to be just fine. Maybe a little wear mark, but that's about it. You can see here it's got like a tire tread and it's pretty deep. I also have the Mopar mats, which I was running before, which I'll compare them to. They're quite a bit different. So you can see what the difference is on those. As we go to the back, one thing I like about this, as opposed to the Mopar, is that the rear seat floor mats are one piece. The Mopar is two piece. It connects in the middle over the transmission hump, which I really did not like immediately when I first put them in. I just thought it was not a good design. It seemed like they came apart easily. This one is one piece, so they don't come apart, of course. Fit and finish is pretty good back here. They move a little bit. There's not much for it to secure onto, but not really an issue. Kids have been back here, the dog's been back here when we go off-roading, and I mean, they're sitting here in place doing their job. As you can see, they're nice and dirty, no tear marks or wear marks or anything, so definitely good for that. At first I thought, moving them around with your hand, I thought it wouldn't be so great that they were a little loose. The Mopars sit pretty tight in place, but this hasn't been an issue. I mean, they're not moving around while driving, or people have their feet on them, or the dog's laying on them, so that's not really an issue. The Mopar's a bigger issue, where it's connected here in the middle, the two pieces, and mine I already threw away. They fell apart from sitting in the sun. They didn't last very long. They got brittle and just broke apart. I left them sitting out for a little too long, which was my fault, but I wasn't impressed with them anyway, especially for what you pay for them, which I'm sure other people have the same feeling, because I see them for sale quite a bit in the used classifieds. Here we'll go to the rear compartment. I didn't have one of these before from Mopar. I was going to get one, but then I saw the reviews were kind of so-so, so I never got one. When I go off-roading, I have a big toolbox that's heavy that sits back here along with some other junk. But it's been fine. One thing I will say right here, this kind of has warped out of shape. I don't know why. Maybe it was pushing against the tailgate or something. But it's kind of bent into shape, I guess, with the heat. Not really a big deal. I'm yanking on it and it doesn't move much. For the most part, it's fit in there pretty good. I've been working on my tailgate brace, so that's why the interior is missing over here, but it doesn't really make a big difference. As you can see here, it's got holes for the hooks. I haven't cut those out yet because I might be doing a little project back here, so I'm not sure I'm going to need to cut those out. But you can cut those out for your hooks so they go through. One thing is the strap here for the compartment kind of sits up because of that. I don't know, I think maybe they could have notched it back here so it wouldn't do that, but not a big deal. And again, for the price for all three, I think the whole entire set cost what the Mopar costs just for the fronts. Or, I mean, not including the cargo. I think you pay the same, for including the cargo on this one. So, the cargo alone from the Mopar, I think, is like $150, $200. So, I mean, that's quite a big savings. So, let's take this out. I'm going to hose them off. You can see it. It's in there pretty good. As you'll see, this doesn't have a drain for water, which I asked the company about it, and I guess they say they were concerned that moisture gets trapped under the carpet. So that's why they didn't include one. You can see it's nice and dirty underneath. Here I have the Mopar one next to the Wolfpack one. You can see the Wolfpack one is a lot more flexible and flimsy, if that makes a difference to you. Here's the Mopar one, it's pretty stiff. Now this Mopar one's a bit dirtier, and it's been sitting on there a while, but I noticed even when they were new, they were a pain to clean. They never really cleaned up nice once you started using them. I never got them back to looking brand new again, even after like the first use. So let's see what we got here with just hosing them off. Just hosing it off. The Wolfpack one looking like brand new again. The Mopar one, not bad, but I mean, you still see dirt in there, and that dirt's been sitting on there. But like I said, since I got it brand new, even the first time I went to clean them, they just didn't really clean up that great, even with like soap and water. So that's one thing. I haven't noticed that with these yet. It's only been a couple of months, but so far, I mean, they're cleaning up like brand new with very little work. The Mopars just didn't do that, which was another thing I was disappointed about. So, let's see. If I put this back in, one thing I was wondering about is what happens if you spill a drink in here, or, you go off-roading and water gets in there. How are you going to get it out? The Mopar one you can drain, which I have done before. My hose doesn't really reach, but let's see. So, now I've got water spilled in here. I don't have a way to drain it. Let's see what happens if I'm trying to do this using just my two hands. If I fold it and I try to take it out. Some of it's spilled in there. You can see I still have a puddle here, which isn't great. So that's one thing, that's you got to determine if you want the drain or not. Because trying to get it out with the water on it like a taco isn't that easy. I guess if you have a shop vac handy, you could always vacuum it out, but if you don't, if you're out in the off-roading out in the middle of nowhere and got a bunch of water, muddy water in there, and you want to get it out, you're gonna end up spilling quite a bit of it. So that's about it. That's my review of it. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic video. And be sure to like and subscribe so I can retire early and send my kids to college. Thank you.